Hello and welcome to another Gags Tandon show, and I'm joined by a person who's probably more regular than me on this show at the moment. It's
Yeah.
Jack. How you doing?
How are you, mate? Good to see you again. I know we had a lovely, well-earned rest, mate. And yeah,
I did have a
yeah,
great rest, a great breakaway, but watching us lose to Fulham wasn't fun on
yeah.
holiday. I tell you that much for nothing. That was
Uh,
awful. But
Good.
back to winning ways this week,
Happy days.
thankfully, and just
Yeah,
you know to take advantage of an Arsenal slip up is always nice. It
yeah.
seems like the story of the season, really. Arsenal. Is there really a title race? Has there been one? I don't.
No,
How
no.
long has it been? 11 plus points? Like,
I've
has
seen,
it been
I've
since
seen.
December?
Yeah, I think
Like,
I've seen seen stats. United have been on top of the league for longer than Arsenal this season. I think once.
no,
I don't know. I
really?
don't know how accurate that is. I might be. So I do apologize.
Oh
But
my
so
days.
I
That
might be
will
completely wrong. But I don't know. I think I might be right.
So were
So.
Man United top of the first week of the season or
I
something? That
think
was
so, or
the,
something.
the
Yeah,
full 7 days, and then
yeah,
Arsenal haven't.
yeah. We've been flying this season, so if that's correct, then sound.
Oh,
There we go.
I need to
We need to
find
check that.
out.
Yeah.
Um, um,
But it's
um.
typical Arsenal anyway. There, guys. We knew coming into this game we needed to get the results as well, but everyone would be a bit disappointed anyway with the second half. But we'll speak of that, mate. But yeah, it's made up. Results over the line. 6 more points needed. 13 points clear, and we're absolutely flying, mate. What makes
13
it?
points because that's that the highest we've been clear this season, or was it 14 at one point?
I think it's always been 13, 14, but I think not too bad. I think that just goes to show the pace really that this Liverpool side has been at this season, mate. Isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
I think we can pretty much say the title's done now.
yeah,
2 wins out of what, 5 to go? Is it 6 to go
yeah,
or 5 to go?
yeah.
No, 6 to go.
6 ago, yeah. But
Two out of six. 2 wins out. So that means we could draw every game
I think you
and
said
win.
that. Did you say that this week on Twitter? It would be
Yeah,
one of the best ways to. I think it was one of the lads anyway from AI anyway. But found that funny. It would be some way to win the league, but we just want to get those 6 points over the line and get it done. Get it done.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, 6 draws in a row wins
Does
the
it?
league title. So basically, it's it's pretty much done. It's more
Yeah.
about when rather than if now. So
Yeah.
I think that's been the case for at least 3-4 weeks anyway. I think we've all been pretty
Yeah.
confident about it for a while. So just the amount of moaning though during that game whilst watching it from fans is
I
insane.
haven't. I haven't seen it. I was. Is it?
Oh
Was it
man.
quite bad? Was it quite
Yeah,
bad?
it
Yeah.
was awful. Awful amount of negativity going on still during match days. Yeah,
13
at the
points
end of the
clear.
day, it's at the end of the day, I was confident we were going to win no matter what. Even when they scored, I thought, you know what, we're getting late one here. I just did think I think what it is, maybe some of the team are feeling some nerves because it's the
Yeah.
first
It
time
is.
they're winning the title. But hopefully from next week onwards, they'll relax a little. But I don't know. Maybe we have played them too much, and it's a lot to learn for next season. I think for Slot,
Yeah.
for Hughes, and Edwards, we really need a squad that's going to play. Like there's got to be 20 players that can get rotated around, right? It's
It's.
it's not
But
enough just having 12 to 15. It's just not. We need another extra 5 to keep people fresh.
you've
So,
hit the nail. You've hit the nail on the head there, mate. And I think it's exact that really. I think as well. Reds is the nervousness. There's been some players that have never won a league title really
mm,
in their career. Nerves do
mm,
funny things to humans. Really, it makes everyone that is capable, even Van Dijk being the best centre half in Europe, it looked a bit wobbly. Obviously, and we'll speak about that goal, mate. But yeah, the closing in now, 6 points, man, mate. And I think that's the thing from this season, as you said, learn from this year, learn on the disappointing aspects of it, and then we go again with hopefully building on the big foundation blocks into next season. It's a very good base to very much build off this year, really, especially
yeah,
winning the league. It's
I
honestly
agree,
mad.
and I think Mateus there. Lads look pretty much spent for the season. It's been like this for a while.
Mm,
I think the first half, if we talk about it, was fantastic though.
mm,
Felt like Liverpool watching Liverpool again.
yeah,
I don't feel like I've watched Liverpool for a few months.
mm,
Not the free flowing one from the start of the season, or at least the first half of the season. We look, it was a pleasure to watch.
mm,
Most of the time.
yeah.
Not much to complain about either. I remember us doing this show from November onwards for the first 2 months of the season. It was just such a pleasure, wasn't it? We kept
Yeah.
saying we're witnessing something great, and I think now you can see just not having a squad that's trusted, and we keep saying it every week, is what's gonna is what can derail seasons. Now, if we were doing better, we could have done better in other cup competitions as well. But the squad just is out on its feet, and other teams, especially
It's
from other leagues where they're playing farmers leagues, they
uh,
can rest players and they can do stuff like and just
it's
blitz
the
attack.
Yeah, La Liga is that as well, mate. And like you said, other leagues do favour teams in European competitions as well. We know the Premier League's reluctance of very much helping other teams in the Premier League, mate. But yeah, there's been a couple of poor form. I think it was just a bit of a. I wouldn't fatigue in certain aspects, but I think similar with the Fulham game as well. Very difficult, lack of concentration. I'd mainly put it down to. Obviously, we'll speak about the equaliser a bit later anyway, but that given point. But I think he made that first half was much better. 9 total shots to obviously West Ham 6. Obviously an XG of 1.26 to West Ham 0.36. And don't even want me to share this, Gags, or have you got it up on your screen?
You can go for it. I
Yeah.
haven't got it today actually.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll whack it up anyway, just so everyone can see. There we go. Just let me know when that's come up. But oh yes, there you go. So that was obviously the first half performance. So dominance, as you said there, Gags, it was a very good showing. And Magic Mo again creating again from the. What was your thoughts on that goal? The
Fantastic.
assist as well.
Really,
Amazing.
really, really great display from Mo the whole first half, to be honest. But on the goal, again, got away from him so well. Poor young lad for West Ham. I don't feel sorry for anyone, by the way. I'm not. I'm beyond feeling sorry for players. I want them to get skinned by Mo. But yeah, keep playing youngsters against Mo, please, because he's going to rip them apart. But yeah, Mo did his job, and then the pass from Mo again just felt very much like Mo again. I thought today, who hasn't felt like himself the last couple of games, or at least during Ramadan as well.
Yeah.
And great ball in, and Diaz just had to tap in. I was hoping it looked like Jota was offside, but he wasn't actually on the replay, so it missed him. But I was glad Diaz got on the end of it, who was looking like a live wire as well, actually, at the start of the first half. So nice goal, nice. We deservedly were ahead, I thought, first half. I don't think they did too much in the first half themselves, West Ham. So yeah, I thought it was a deserved. It would have been nice to get another one. To be fair, as if we'd gone in 2-0 up, I think second half would have been much easier. But unfortunately, yeah, it was just the one. Great goal.
Not too bad, was it? It was happy days. I think I don't know when I analysed that, mate, especially down left hand side. Anyway, mate, there was quite a fair bit of a lot of space down that left hand channel. Really, for I think as you mentioned, the young lad, no baptism of fire, really coming to Anfield with the lanes, but as he said, rubbing his hands together. Disappointed to come off, Mo, but yeah, he was on it really today. I think it was give him the boost that was well and truly needed. The crowd was up for it at moments today. Don't know how you felt on the atmosphere and that, but as I said on the watch long, we've had countless discussions on the shows as Anfield's not going to be rocking for every 96 minutes. It's impossible for it to be. But I think the first half we performed well, mate. Alisson bailed us out again with a fine save to the top of the bar.
I think that's what I mean. If Ali was fit last week, I
Yeah.
don't think Fulham score as many goals, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So big Kev, he's been great for us this season, and especially the start of the season when Ali was out, he was great and had a great run. But we missed Ali last week, and it showed why. He was fantastic. Could do nothing with the own goal, which was obviously terrible from our part, from both of our players, but also Kwanzaa as well. Really poor on Wan-Bissaka, who turned into like some magical left winger second half. And was troubling us all game, all second half, to be honest. But I think the big difference from the first half was that Mo only had like 4 touches. I think we got through like halfway through, or maybe 10 minutes to go. They looked at Mo's touch map, and it was like
75th.
75th, 4 touches. It's like 30 minutes. You've only got your main man only 4 times in the game. That's not his fault, by the way. That's more on our play and our team and what we're doing. So, Yeah, it was a bit poor from the second half. Maybe the switch from Wan-Bissaka over to Mo's side was what helped them a lot. He did well for them on the left side, and he did well for them maybe defending with or blocking passing lanes to Mo. I'm not sure, but yeah, Mateus makes a good point. Just remember, the exact same squad ran out of energy a lot earlier last season. So Salah's goal can produce this to take us to. Yep, absolutely. Mo has helped us. There's one other one I want to go back from side to is I don't get Scott Slot's compulsion in bringing in Robertson and not substituting Grav. I'm perplexed as to why Grav stays on the pitch for so long when you know he's knackered, and also Robbo was horrendous as soon as he came on. Like I thought Simicast was nice and tidy.
I didn't get those substitutions, remember, Gags? Like, why
Just
do you think you made them? I get obviously a bit more defensive solidity, but he needs to learn, doesn't he?
not for Robbo's not more defensively solid than Simicast. Didn't show it all game. Maybe he wanted a bit more going forward, but there was no need to.
Yeah,
For Robert to come on. I mean, one of them would have been fine. Gakpo would have been okay, for Jota was pretty quiet, I thought, all game. So I think that move was fine and moved Diaz inside. But I think as soon as Diaz went away from the left wing as well, we lost something. So yeah, he doesn't want to play Gakpo in the centre ever. But I don't know. It's weird because it makes Diaz in a position. It puts Diaz in a position where he's not as good, and Robbo is just I don't know.
It just begs the question: what type of striker we're gonna get, though, mate? I think you and Grizz mentioned this week as well on Chat DNG as well. It's going to be intriguing. Is it going to be not obviously Luis Diaz as his left winger come into striker position, not his favourite position, but it's going to be intriguing because if we're going to go for more of a proper finisher out and out, or a bit more of a Bobby Firmino type player where he's a bit more technical, brings in Gakpo into the game, brings in Salah, and brings in the midfielders, but it's
so weird. I mean, we could either go for a proper killer up front, or we're going to go for someone like the Cunha, the Pedro, like you say, like a more Firmino type-ish player that can link up and then score goals as well. Not as many, but more than what we're getting right now from the strikers.
Yeah.
I mean, we got bailed out in the end by our captain and Maka with a great. I mean, we had so many corners today, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good shout from Escapado, whatever, 007, James Bond here, saying that why not both? And you're right. If we do let go of Jota and Darwin this year, let's say, too, then why not both? Why not get a Pedro type and a Isaac type in? If you can. I'm not saying those exact players, but something of the mold, so you have that little bit of difference, and you can have that different number 9 when you want to. If you want to have a killer in up there, you go for it. And if you want someone just behind him, and then maybe that the other player can play as 10 sometimes as well, instead of having midfielders in. So it spares the legs of the player like Dom, who can play in midfield and Curtis. And all of a sudden, you have 4 options for 2 spots in midfield, which is a lot more. It's a lot better for you, isn't it, in midfield? Because you could spare some legs. So again, right now, Darwin and Jota can only do one job. You need to try and bring players in that can do a few multiple jobs up there. And I think if you can get a player in that can play 9 or 10, solves a big problem for Slot at least, and maybe gives the legs to the midfielders a bit more legs.
And you've got our £70 million striker on not even on the bench again this afternoon. Like I don't know if he's injured, but that's a massive chunk of money sat on the in reserves, really not getting a game. And even when he's had the opportunities, we know he's had a disappointing career, Nunez. But you've got quality in terms of monetary value, really, that you could reinvest, as you said, with number 10, which is mainly for next season. I want to say probably you, similar Gags and Overs, a bit more flexibility, as you said. Just the ability to play certain different brands of football. Because like today, as we said, the inability of Liverpool for the second half, we just weren't keeping hold of the ball. And we've got technically gifted players on the pitch, but just bringing them on, and as you said, the reluctance to bring Grav off is a very big concern for me. Because there's got to be not a like-for-like player like Gravenberch, but certainly a similar profile that we can bring in off the bench and yeah, there needs to be a bit more. And yeah, for me, I'd get where the attacking subs and the transfers might come in and maybe a defensive tweaks here and there. But I still think we're crying out for even 2 midfielders, and being honest, me being greedy, but with a lot more technical ability about the game. And obviously, Elliot's still, yet again, not being given an opportunity, not trusted by Slot, and you can understand why, really, this season.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm not sure about Bajetic, to be honest, and whether he's ready, but it will be interesting to see what Slot thinks when he's back and if he gets sold. Curtis has been better than Swallow this season. You're lost in the shampooed hair. Evening shadow. Okay. I think they've both done their own roles really well. About to win a title, mate. I'm not going to really pick and choose who's what, but I think Dom was great in a period for us up until the last month or so. But that tells you again, it's been overplayed, knackered. And Curtis has been bit part mostly, to be honest.
Played right back last week as well, so
yeah,
wasn't his
so
fault.
Curtis has a few injuries too. So I think Dom's been way more present. And if you're going to say that, I think Dom's got us to where we need to be as part of the team, to be top of the league. So yeah, let's not disrespect players. Curtis deserves it as much as well. Been great when he has played. So I enjoy them both. Obviously, people are a bit shattered at the moment. And yeah, this is the point what I'm trying to make as well, is that just a reminder, Matej says, reminding everyone that we're winning the league with a new manager as the team with the least conducted business in the whole Premier League. 999 out of 1,000. This shouldn't have been possible. No, it shouldn't have been. I think we should be really thankful. I think we are very, very much a spoilt fan base. I just see people complaining all the time about everything. And I just think it's probably the modern world, really. Everybody just wants more and more and more. But
big transfers.
Very, very thankful for being 13 points ahead, about to win a league title. Mate, some of you just, I don't know, maybe you started supporting when we won the title in 2020, but some of us have been watching for living 40 years. And we're about to see, I'm going to be at the game for that one. I'm going to watch it for the first time in person.
Enjoy it, miss.
I'm not
Then we complaining about transfers. You don't be in the
This is a bucket list moment. This is going to be a bucket list moment for me. This is going to be a lifelong dream come true for me. I am not going to disrespect any of it, really. It's the players, all of them, even Robbo, deserve the praise if once we win it. They've got us there. Yeah, they've been poor at times, and maybe they've been a weak link of the team at times. But even Trent, I will celebrate. I know a lot of people don't want to celebrate him because he's probably leaving, but it's going to help us win a league title. Can't forget those things. So early, he might. We don't have to, Yeah, exactly, Ahmed. I just can't believe the amount of complaints when you're 13 points ahead. It's absolutely crazy. Gags, you'll be rolling home, young man. I will be. I will be rolling home. I'll be relieved so much after the next 2 games. Hopefully Arsenal lose and we can become champions. Yeah, I do think it's unlikely that Arsenal lose to Ipswich, but crazier things have happened. So I'd say by Spurs we're done. By Spurs we should be done, and I am confident we could beat Leicester and Spurs at least. So.
Bring on that guard of honour for Arsenal. Come on.
Exactly in time for the guard of honour for Arsenal and Chelsea. That's just beautiful, right?
2 of our biggest rivals over the last 20 years.
It would be so funny if we delayed it just so Arsenal have to do it on their own. They're the first team to do it. But no, I don't want to delay it. I would rather. I pray Ipswich do something magical and do win next week. It's unlikely, but it would be so nice. It'd be really nice to win it next week.
I'm disappointed we're not getting one from United, and being honest, though, Gags.
Oh man, that would
have been nice. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
So all good. It's so I'm just looking at the.
We got Tandon as well here. So constructive criticism's fine, but it's a shame some people take it over the top. Absolutely, some people are really upset about the squad and how bad the end of the season is, and it's like this is rubbish and whatever. It's like, yeah, because they're bloody knackered. And yeah, because the squad isn't as good as it should be, or it is good, but the manager doesn't trust it. So for his playing style, so it is what it is. We're also 13 bloody points clear at the top of the Premier League.
Yeah. Just look at the table, Reds.
Oh my God. Like, you moaning gits. Honestly, some of you, nobody in the chat, nobody in this chat though, today is moaning, but Jesus. Yeah. Mateus, can you believe? It says, can you believe the potential of this team with some business and some summer, a new quality left back, a striker, a midfielder? Oh my goodness! I mean, imagine if we did go in, bought 3 or 4 or 5 players this summer, and imagine if you went and got a quality left back, a quality right back, a centre back to add to what we've got, and then you got a midfielder, and a couple of forwards. I mean, that would be great.
Yeah.
So, but that's 6. That's asking for a lot. But maybe a midfielder. Maybe you take on. Would anybody take De Bruyne? De Bruyne on a year?
I've had my debate over the last 24 hours with my mate Smith. Would you? I would.
I would love to just see it.
Just for him. Could you imagine him holding up a Premier League trophy in a Liverpool shirt? He's a boyhood Liverpool fan.
Yeah, exactly. I would buy everybody else as young players or up and coming, with the legs. And because he's not got the legs, I would just bring him in as that player that comes on and creates something. Just like De Bruyne for the last 30 minutes, and the other team just shits themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just beautiful. Look, Tad's like, yes, I would. Favorite EPL player in the past decade. I mean, you just do it. You do it for the fucking banter against City, right? Oh man, it'd be amazing. Big up, Man U.
Big up, man. Yeah. Chat, would you take De Bruyne in the chat?
Yeah,
I would.
Come on.
I would
you take De Bruyne? Why would you do it then? What's your reasons? Apart from the banter and him being a boyhood fan, is it his quality?
Yeah, it's quality on the football, mate. I think similar when you analyse. I think even when you watched him this weekend as well, he hit the post and he's impacting the game already. We're not expecting, I don't think any of us are expecting De Bruyne to make a 38-game season. But what you can do, I look at it and no respect to Elliot, but if you think you're replacing De Bruyne and you're putting him in Elliot's position and role in the squad, I think he gets you even 5, 10, 15 points in a season coming off the bench. Yes, he might come on with big wages, but you're not paying a transfer fee.
Well, Trevor's just said the same thing because it depends on the wages.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we could afford at 34 to bring him in on like 300 whatever K. But if he comes in on 180 to 200, I think it's worth the risk.
Like we had
on a 1 year deal.
We had Thiago Gags, remember? Like we had Thiago.
Yeah, but Thiago was still 29. This is 34, right? So it's different.
Yeah.
I think even it's me, Everest is saying the same thing. It's not so long as his wages aren't too high. I agree. Oh, is it? Oh, mate, they are absolutely best mates. Absolutely, their kids go to the same school. I'm working with someone at work who is a big City fan, and she's from Manchester, and she says she always sees De Bruyne and VVD out at night as well, like with the crew, with Ake and stuff.
Yeah,
actually, they hang out together too, so they're actually real best buds. So yeah, I wouldn't. If VVD gets his way, you never know.
He didn't sway it as well, did he? I don't know if you've seen the interview with De Bruyne. He didn't rule out a Premier League. He said he hasn't decided yet. He's only found out.
He just said it's just been decided now that he's not staying with City, so he's trying to figure out. Another player who has won things, can mentor, can also help mentor next gen. Imagine Dom learning off of him. Absolutely. Ahmed says, bring him in. Great if he wins the league next season with us. I mean, it would just be beautiful, right?
We'll be there.
It would be beautiful. 21. People laugh when we signed Gary Mack. Turned out to be a good choice. Absolutely. I don't think he's going to take a pay cut to 115K. I think that's really stretching it to wild imagination type stuff. He's still going to come in on 200K, I reckon, no matter what. So if that's a deal breaker for most of you, that's a deal breaker. But I'm willing to go up to that, really.
Doable. We've got the wages structure is there, but we're talking about De Bruyne, especially if he has I know he's been disappointing in the last 12 months. He's had his injuries, but if you can keep him fit and rotate him correctly in this side, yeah, he'll do wonders in that Liverpool side.
Exactly. It would be all about whether he wants to come. Like, if it's money that he's worried about at this stage of his career, then fine. But if it's more, I want to play at Anfield every week, then it's worth a shot, right? It's worth a shot. And I think, imagine if the fan base would go nuts just to see that this is happening.
Yeah, and he deserves a proper parade.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you actually see a bit more fans from around the world.
Imagine, City win the FA Cup, and once we've won the league, it's the Community Shield is De Bruyne signing up, starting against City. It would be something else.
I don't know. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge if it comes to it anyway. But yeah, it will be special.
Tad says the money can be worked around. If he wants to come, they can figure him out the money. Absolutely. I think he would. Though. I really do. But anyway, boyhood fan. The problem is Tad. If it's like he wants 400k, just not happening. Yeah. That type of shit at 34. Yeah. Hopefully, he's got a bit more up here about him. And I think he's 34. I think we should check that out.
Yeah, I'll quickly check for him. Yeah. Well, yeah, Kevin. I think he's 10. Yeah, 33. His birthday's on the 28th of June. So he would be.
Yeah, he'd be 34, right? Joining us, yeah.
Even if it's 12-month rolling contract, if he depends on how he does. Yeah. It's always worth a shot anyway. Always worth a shot.
I prefer uncut diamonds to 400k per week. Oldies, Yuri, uncut diamonds probably don't have the effect of a 400k oldie. That's the difference. That's the problem. And the uncut diamonds have to be scouted proper well. And then, does the uncut diamond get trusted by your manager? That's the other problem.
Yeah.
Because that's not guaranteed either.
So, well, we all good. Go good, mate. And just what a time to be a Red, mate. It's gonna be. It's what a time it is. This is what we've all been craving for the best part of the last 30 years. Being in the position we are today, and again, as you said, obviously, just enjoy it every second. It's what you said on all the Gags Tandon shows this season, mate, and on all the shows on AI. Everyone's been saying, just enjoy it, soak it in, drink it in. What a time to be a Red, and yeah, it's exciting times, and I'm made up, mate.
This is the thing. A lot of people just, yeah, I just hope everyone, does end up enjoying it at the end of the day, because I just feel like people are going to be still very underwhelmed by the season, which is crazy. It's just going to be, mental. Let's hope we can go and actually thrash Leicester next week so it feels a bit more like Liverpool. I think that's what will get everybody going. So number 20 is on his way. Yep, Yuri agreed. Bantering United fans would be jokes, would be great. Long week for the next game. It is, and I'd rather the long week, to be honest.
Yeah.
Feels better. Who gets more assists with Isaac in their team? Well, and this is the other point I was going to make. Manu, great point. Yeah. I was going to say this. I was going to say, would De Bruyne help the loss of TAA from a creative standpoint, which is the other major point why you would do something like this, is because right now it's the creativity that's going to be the big loss next season.
Yeah.
And how would you go about doing that? So, yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, 100%, mate. I think, as you said, obviously Trent's got 8 or 9 assists in the Premier season, or a bit lower than that anyway. But yeah, we need to, because we can't always be relying. If Salah has another season next year like this, then sounds amazing. But there will be a little small drop off if Salah, because obviously everyone's you've just given him a 2-year deal and all that. But functionality for Liverpool going into next season and beyond, more of our style of play. We spoke about obviously the second half being really poor. But if you brought on a De Bruyne with 30 minutes left to go next season, or a player of his ilk on the ball, technically, a bit more controlling, a bit more demanding, leads on the pitch and off the pitch as well. Still learning curves, but I think, as you said, playing with a lot less emphasis on Salah. If it's needed, it's difficult when he's that good, Salah. He controls and dictates the tempo down that right-hand side. But it just means if you've got a De Bruyne or bringing a player of an Isaac, really stretches opposition defences as well, twofold really, and creates more space for Salah, more space for your midfielders and even your left wingers as well. Because there's been certain times this season when what Diaz and Gakpo, he's been shut down on a couple of occasions. He's done really well in terms of goals and assists, but not on a level of Salah. But I think it'll be extremely difficult to have 2 players of that ilk playing on those levels, mate. But yeah, he's another assist closer to the record as well. So let's hope he does continue and just surpasses Thierry Henry's assist record this season, because that would be special for them. And obviously this season as well, today, guys, he's beaten in a 38-game calendar season. He's got 45 goals and assists across the competition, and that is another record beaten by Salah for him as well. So he surpassed Thierry Henry's record of 44. So not too
massive
bad.
record breaker. He's got still records to break this season, which is what he's going to probably go for. That's what's going to be driving us. So, Winston Williams here. Why would we take Man City rejects? We are not Arteta. Would you call him a reject from Man City?
Not a reject. He's just been forced out really by Pep.
Yeah. One of the greatest Premier League players in of all time is being called a reject by Winston here.
We're not signing Winston. We're not signing. It was Stephen Ireland. We're signing. It's Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, we're not signing, but yeah, you know,
we'd love him.
KDB drifts to the right hand side. If you look at the space at the space they cover, KDB could definitely do it. Fair enough. Thanks, Tad. And if we have a better 9, Salah will get more space. Just teams double up him if we have an Isaac. Absolutely, totally great point. And then Tad also helping us out. Please do like and subscribe, folks. We'd appreciate it. But yeah, what else is there from the game? I guess we can. There's no. I mean, 3 points is what it needed, right? 2 wins is all it takes now.
It's a massive Leicester, and then obviously, but yeah, I think mainly as we mentioned this. How do you feel about Slot's substitution? I don't know if you covered that really, but the substitutions, as I said when we watched on, maybe one thing going to next season. I think we maybe Arne Slot, he's still learning. He's still a learning process. What a season it's been, but I think in terms of his substitutions at moment times, but that's, as I said. Oh no, we've already gone through that. Apologies, mate. Yeah.
No, it was. We can just say that.
Just maybe at certain times
the options aren't as great on the bench for him. And today, I don't know what it is. Normally, Robert would come and do well, but Robert's just not been playing well for a few months now.
Yeah.
And I think Gakpo as well has dipped a little since
the injury.
Since his injury. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I think the subs just didn't work out. I think Kwanzaa was okay when he came on. Obviously, he it's what's happened. He's what's it called?
He's playing out of position as well, though.
I think a bit out of position for the goal, wasn't he? That was the problem. But otherwise, I thought he did okay. He headed a few things out. Maybe some of his passing was a bit poor, but he tried. So yeah, it might not be. You probably class that as a not so successful. Not so successful sub as well.
Yeah, well, even say I think as it says second half, I think it's mainly this way going into the summer and maybe long term in terms of improving Liverpool's ability of controlling games into next season a bit more. There's obviously a bit more vocal points of a striker to bring down the ball in next season, really bring Liverpool higher up the pitch, because there was a lot of spells in that second half where Liverpool were nervousness, lack of concentration, an accumulation of quite a lot of factors, really. But I think, and that will come, nerves across the board. But West Ham, for their credit, in certain spells in the second half, were good. Could have been much better. But I think if you're a West Ham fan, you can look at that second half and go, where's that team been? Of course, Liverpool dominated the first half, but even still, playing 5-3-2 formation, sitting behind the ball. The manager might have changed, but the style of play and the boring football they play at certain moments, if you're a West Ham fan, you'd be shaking your head. No wonder they are 16th in the Premier League. It's disappointing from their point of view. You expect more from like Paqueta, Bowen, and certain individual players in that team as well, but thankfully got it over the line.
We did. That was the main thing, is that we turned up and we got over the line. I think VVD's been looking a little bit shaky. That goal might help him a lot. I think maybe his contract announcement would do the big thing for him next week. If we can do that next Friday, Saturday, that would be nice for him, I think, and he'd get going. You know,
massive. I was hoping he pulled out a pen out of the sock, mate, and just done a little celebration. Sign it on the behind the goal. Anyway, there we go. But
next weekend's like WrestleMania weekend as well, so it's Easter weekend as well. So there's a lot going on next weekend. So I'll be working till I'll be watching till late in the night 2 nights, and I just need a really simple Liverpool win, please.
Yeah.
Um, on
There we
Sunday
go.
next week, it'll be good. Yeah, absolutely, Ahmed. I think I just just went over yours a bit too much. Hope Slot learns to rotate better. I think he needs better players or players that he likes. This
Yeah.
is what's going to be the key. Maka has been immense recently, as Go says. Glad to see him get an assist for the VVD goal today. Absolutely, I think Maka's been great. Maka was brilliant today. Again,
Yeah.
I thought. Grav, not too bad. Oh, we've got Graham here. Thank you, Graham. That's very kind of you. Graham Rogers, big shout out. Thank you for listening and watching. It's putting out Anfield Index is putting out great content. Yeah, loads of podcasts, loads of video shows, so much going on the site. Please do check out anything and everything that you can. If you love a podcast, we've got a pro service which is ad free. You can sign up to that for pretty much a cup of coffee a month, and the video stuff's all free here on YouTube. So please join us on YouTube as well. So yeah, we've got loads going on. Our premium content obviously is podcasting behind the paywall, so you'll learn a lot on there. If you do, it's called Anfield Index Pro. We have the likes of Jan Moby on, lots of data science stuff going on, lots of fatigue stuff. So sports scientists on as well. Lots and lots of analysis, scouting. It's just amazing stuff if you're looking for that type of stuff.
All good. Yeah. I'm learning so much. Obviously with the edits and that, mate, listening to all the pods. I enjoy it. It's been amazing. Well, yeah, check it out, Reds. Only a coffee. Get involved. And if you can support through super chats as well, if you're watching on YouTube, much appreciated as well. Goes a long way. Yeah.
Absolutely. Appreciate a lot. There's a hell of a lot of content being produced, and it doesn't it costs money to produce content as well. So yeah, we've got to earn it somehow. So that would be great if possible from folks. So yeah, any support we would really appreciate. The main thing you could do though, which is cost you nothing, is like and subscribe. If you like and subscribe, it'll cost you absolutely nothing, and you can just watch our content, and that'll support us as well. So as many of you that are out there that can support us with that, it'll be fantastic. What else is there left to cover, really? It was a simple enough game, I think. Is there anything else you think that we need to cover?
Mainly just, I'd say I think we've covered all bases really, mate. We've mentioned Alice, mentioned the shaky at certain moments, but mainly just focusing on the two games now that the task in hand, getting the job done, really, not squeaking over the line and just winning it in the proper way, really. If there's a way, but yeah, what a time to be a Red, mate. That's going to be some party at Maytime anyway. In Liverpool anyway. Anyone coming to Liverpool, enjoy it, or anyone watching from around the world, drink it in and actually watch a proper bus parade anyway. We know it's an old one anyway, so
a proper bus parade. That's so funny. Raza says if we can win the next two games, I'm hoping we see Chiesa playing some of the remainder. Absolutely, Chiesa might leave too. So it's like a waste of a squad space, really, isn't it? If not going to play, then yeah, it's crazy. Great stream, guy. Thank you, Stephen. And Yanni says, hello, guys. D9, do we really know why Arna doesn't trust Chiesa? I don't know. I just think he probably doesn't like him as a player, maybe.
Managers have that, though, Gags, don't they? And Reds, managers have their favourites. It's difficult, but I think even this season, Arna would have learned a lot about certain individual players as well. And even still, till now, this is why if we do, well, we will get the league over the line. But I think he'll use the remaining games in the Premier League as a training ground, really, for next season. That's the beauty of winning the league earlier, because you'll still have games to experiment, really, especially when you won the league. But I think that's going to be an intriguing last couple of games at the back end of the season, Gags, really, where will be a lot of rotation, a lot of certain individual players, little pockets of space, maybe, and I might experiment, but I think those games will be intriguing, to say the least. I don't think they'll be wasted. There's no room. How meticulous Arna is already this season. Every decision he makes, it's gone through with a fine comb, really, with an understanding of making Liverpool better. And I think He very much will do that. Mate.
Yeah, we should appreciate him. He's making there's obviously mistakes, right? And
Yeah.
but he's inherited a squad. He's added only Chiesa, which I don't think even he added. I think Richard Hughes has gone and done that deal. So if you ask me, it's a fantastic job, and yeah, hopefully next season he's got a lot more players that he does trust, and therefore we probably see more from us. We'll
Yeah.
see a better, even better than this. Now, will we get as lucky? To be honest, I wouldn't call it luck. What's the points total now? You should have.
Table.
Let's go
Yeah.
back to your screen.
There you go.
I think if we do that, yeah. Now, so what is it now? 76 points with what? 6 games to go. Just say
Yeah.
if we
That's
did win every game, or if we even won 4 of them, what is it? 76. So if we got 12, maybe 14 more points, you're talking a 90-point season, dude. Like, that's not a joke.
no.
Even like people might say there's no competition or whatever. But how many times will 90 points win you the league in the last 15 years?
That's one thing that does my head in, Gags, and probably you and
Right.
everyone's Liverpool fans about just rival. Like it's just it's lazy analysis, really. It's just
Yeah.
why can't you just appreciate Liverpool being good? I know it pains them really to say Liverpool have had a good season, but
It's
it's remarkable.
incredible. 90 points. It's if we get there, 4 wins and 2 draws. So I'm being pretty safe with that. 4 wins and 2 draws, right?
Yeah.
We all agree we could do that. I'm sure
Yeah.
we could if we draw to Chelsea and Arsenal, maybe but win the other 4. I think that's possible. Hopefully,
So,
maybe we beat Chelsea because they're not as good, but maybe we draw to Brighton and Arsenal then. I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
they're the remaining games left. So yeah,
Yeah, you
Palace.
did win 4 and draw 2, right?
Yeah, easy.
I think at the end of the day, what I just think if you get anywhere near late 80s or 90s as a points total, that
Remarkable.
is an incredible season.
It's been.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
just think we should not take it so seriously what other fans and other people are saying. This is going to be a really incredible end to the season now, and it's going to be an incredible season overall. So we should really appreciate it in that way, Jack.
yeah,
Everybody.
love it. Absolutely love it, mate. It's been dwarfed by what City have done really this season over the years of like what Liverpool and City have done over the last 6-8 year period. It's not normal. Like the amount
No.
of points up between both clubs. Like before City and before even Chelsea, really, like the norm of winning titles was what the average is probably between 70 to like 80 odd points on a league winning season.
Mm.
But the levels, as you said, 90 points. If we can get that, it'd be amazing. I think it's important if we can finish this season strongly with no injuries and all that. We know how important certain ends to certain seasons, especially under Jurgen Klopp, have been in terms of very much continuing that transition going into the year as well. And for any potential players looking at Liverpool as well, they'll be wanting a little bit of piece of that, wanting to be at Liverpool, playing alongside Virgil van Dijk. Hopefully he signs his deal. And then certainly, most importantly, Mohamed Salah as well. So for me, special. Yeah. But,
Yeah, absolutely. Signing Mo is massive for the whole team, I think, and then getting VVD is going to be fantastic too. So Trent stuff, whatever, really, will be fine. So it's just how we replace that creativity that's going to be the interesting. But I feel like the guys will be working on something, and we'll finally get some signings in this year.
It's going to be a busy window. It is going to be a busy window.
Yeah, people going out and people coming in. I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. So we got a lot to look forward to this up to August. Haven't we, from now till August? Winning a title, watching the players celebrate, seeing a trophy lift, seeing a parade, and then seeing who comes in and who goes out and what we look like for next year. The next 6 months or so, five months or so, pretty exciting as a Liverpool fan. Not much to complain about, really.
Not
I
too
don't
bad.
think. Yeah.
We wouldn't have it.
Are people off Hughes back now as well? If Mo and VVD sign,
I doubt it. No chance.
until he doesn't sign a Messi equivalent player.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is again problem with the fan base, but I'm a bit calmer. Normally, my heart rate would have been through the roof in that game. and if it goes into the 90s and maybe even hundreds, if like we're, even when we concede or whatever, and it's 1-1, and I'd be pissed. Today was in the 60s, proper calm whilst watching the match. That's the calmest I'll ever be. I think there's no need to panic now.
Yeah.
Like, even if they slip up a few times, it's okay. They're going to win the league now. There's no way this Arsenal team's doing anything, especially if they get past Madrid next week. And then they've got
I hope they get knocked out, Gags.
Yeah.
It's not
You want them to.
I want.
I actually want them to get knocked out in the semis. I wouldn't mind Madrid going out, to be honest. I want them to face Paris Saint-Germain.
Build up the expectations, give them a bit of false hope, and then...
No, because they should feel the pain of facing Paris.
Yeah, I suppose.
They should feel the pain.
I've been going to war this last week with Arsenal fans. I'm pretty sure you've all seen anyone that
I've been watching it. It's been funny.
I'm chilled, but you think they're getting to me, but this is why I don't tend to be on Twitter much anyway. But hence why I don't see most of the stuff that's happening in the fan base in terms of the to and fro with transfers and all that. I do my posts and everything, and then log off anyway. But yeah, well, yeah, just the Arsenal
so funny. You just set fires and run off. Basically, is what you do.
And then wake up in the morning and got 100 notifications and like whatever started. Oh no.
So good. But I think we could call it there, actually. A shorter show today, 45 minutes. But when Liverpool win and make it, it's just a simple one like that. It's not too bad. So, yeah. We should. I mean, Sai is saying that we'd moan regardless. So I think fans moaning we should just take as a given nowadays. But yeah. We've got another week till another game. So it's a long way, but we've got plenty of content. I'll be back with the chat G&G, hopefully Friday. I want to do Fridays rather than Thursdays. I'll try and sort it out with Grizz, see if he will do a Friday again. But
Monday Masters tomorrow as well. Chock-a-block of days, Mondays, aren't they? So
what's tomorrow?
Monday Masters. Obviously, Media Matters, sorry. Yeah, obviously Dave and the lads. If you haven't tuned in, newly discovered Anfield Index. Monday's a very chock-a-blocker. Got plenty of content, obviously. Jan Moby podcast as well for this week as well. So plenty of content to get stuck into. So get involved, that's most importantly. Yeah.
So lots of content to come. We'll be back next week. Jack will do his watch along, and then he'll be on with me at the end of the show again to do the Leicester stuff. Is that 2 p.m. again next week, or is that 4 p.m. next week?
I think it's a 2 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, hang on, let's have a quick look. 16:30. Yeah. So it's
4:30, so it's a bit later. 4:30. The next 3. Oh. Yeah, so basically the next 4 are all 4:30 kickoffs. So the Premier League are ready.
Yeah, there we go. Get that revenue in from the Premier League. Go on.
The Premier League are ready to try and get the title win. Okay. Well, anyway, the last new games. Oh, here we go. The last few games, Arna's reactions are slow. This is because I can trust a reach of his bench players. Yeah, probably. That's why he needs to buy a whole new bench or a whole new or players he trusts that now they can go to the bench, whichever way round. He needs to do something about it. But yeah, we'll close it with that one. Jack, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, folks, loads of Anfield Index content. There'll be no content out on Tuesday at all. So obviously we're paying respects to Hillsborough. So you won't get any content on Tuesday. So tomorrow will be a bit of a loaded day, and then we'll be back on as normal on Wednesday. But yeah, we'll be silent with all of our content on Tuesday. So yeah, we will see you next week. Up the Reds. Okay. Have a great one.
Flying.